Welcome to Buster's Kitchen, everyone. Today we're doing a special cooking tutorial for all of you guys who have been wondering, how do I make filet mignon steak? And today, I'm gonna teach you how. Let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is find a good pan, all right? And there's no pans in there. Not in there either. Bingo! We're gonna go with this bad boy. This guy's gonna be our secret weapon for this. A little ASMR for you guys. So first things first, you're going to get your avocado oil, and then I like to use a lot of it, honestly, whenever I cook sirloin steaks. I mean filet mignon steaks. I like to use a lot of it, so we're just gonna do a generous amount on here. Like a really generous amount. And this is gonna be what we're gonna be seasoning the meat on, okay? So a little note here, I wouldn't use this unless you were a trained professional like myself. So don't try this at home. And let's get started. So this is a technique that I like to call slicing the clouds. All right, so, look at these juicy steaks right here. Let's wash our hands. Everyone always wash your hands first. Then we're gonna plop down our first steak right here. Then we're gonna plop down our first steak. And we're gonna apply a generous amount of salt to this bad boy. It's pretty generous if you ask me. This is gonna be a salty steak. If you have diabetes, click off this video now. Wait, it's all good for you if you have diabetes? I don't know, I was born 6 days ago. That looks like a soft pretzel or something, I don't know. You're gonna do the same thing you did with that salt, but with the... Sometimes that happens when you're in the kitchen and you just gotta learn how to adapt to your situations. Would you take a bite out of this right now? Good. And then you're gonna take the oil and you're gonna put a little bit of oil on it too, like so. So once this starts to kind of like shimmer a little bit, you are gonna want to plop your steak right on top there. So as a chef, when you're putting your raw meat into the hot oil, you have to make sure that you're not scared of anything. Oh, listen to that. And then you push it down just from the top like this. So you're gonna wanna look here and look to the brown. When that brown starts to appear, you're gonna wanna flip it. So we're just keeping an eye out for that brown crust right now. Built-in sunglasses make it hard to see things indoors. Ow! Ow! When you're a chef, sometimes you get sprayed by hot oil and you just gotta deal with it. You just gotta made up and, ow, there's that crust. That crust is finally starting to, look at it. So now that we have the crust, we're gonna flip it. We're just gonna grab it with our tongs and we're gonna flip it really gracefully. And you're gonna do the same thing to this side. Chop it in half right here. And we're just gonna plop it right next to the steak. And then we're gonna take it, we're gonna put it back on the heat right here. And this butter is gonna marinate with the steak so nicely. We're gonna drop our garlic right in here. We're gonna take this, we're just gonna throw it straight in. That's a lot actually. Probably need a little bit less. There we go. All right, and then that's all gonna marinate really nicely. And we're gonna make sure it's really low because we don't want the butter to burn. Dude, does this not look beautiful to you guys? I can't believe that my first time, I know how to, I've done this a lot. I do this all the time. So I'm gonna cheat the pan a little bit and make it so that the steak isn't cooking as much and it's mostly just the greens. It's a technique that us chefs call cheating the pan. All of these pine tree branches, I think is what they are. So it's called butter basting, where basically you're just gonna take the butter that's melted down here and you're just gonna like throw it on your steak and let it come back down. This really lets all the butter just get in all the crevices of this flaming mignon? What would you call it again? Okay, so the final step, you're gonna make it look really nice, all right? So we're gonna take our steak, and Gordon Ramsay taught me this actually. You're gonna wanna plop your steak right in the middle, right here, right? Well, first you're just gonna plop this bad boy right on top, and then you're gonna take all this rosemary, and you're gonna set it on top of here like so. So you're just gonna let everything sit like that, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the excess of this, pour it on top, and this will just let everything be nice and covered and coated and very rich flavored. Let all the flavors mix, and then we're gonna plate it up, and we're gonna, we're gonna try it. I'm excited to try it. Now it's time for the chop test, where we slice it open and we see if we cooked it right. All right, I'm really nervous. Here we go. I'm scared. So unfortunately, it's a bit pink in the middle. It's a bit rare, so we're gonna throw it back in here for just a couple more seconds and see if we can't fix it. So guys, look at this amazing, beautiful platter of steak we have right here. And the final thing we have left to do is just take a bite. All right, here we go. Let's take a bite. And how am I gonna do this? Go, look away, look away. Wait, that's actually so good. Oh my. Oh, that is amazing. Jeez Louise. Oh yeah, this is good. Oh yeah. Yes! Well guys, thanks for coming to Buster's Kitchen. Hope you enjoy this recipe the next time you cook a filet mignon steak. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.